Okay, sorry about that earlier. The phone actually died right in the middle of recording, and that must have been a nice little tease because I was just about to show you a new track, and then you got about 1 second of it from the SoundCloud upload I had from it, and then it died. So that was about it. So I left off. I was actually closing that other session, and now I've opened up the song I was talking about, Doubt, in the actual session. So as long as it doesn't crash again, I can actually let you hear some of that too. I am actually working on some clean guitar parts. I was messing around with this old pedal that I grew up playing on. Oh boy, no, I don't have it around here. Never mind. Too hard to get to. But yeah, I was playing around with this pedal that I had, this Digitech RP1 from the 90s, and it actually had a really cool clean sound the other day. So I decided to sort of model that sound with the effects in my recording program, and I actually think I got kind of close here. But anyway, I was really inspired to throw those types of clean sounds into this because it was really I really want this to be a lot about the atmosphere, especially in this song, but overall, when my approach to Doom is that it really should be very atmospheric and fully enveloping as a soundscape. So, unfortunately, last time I recorded this, I actually have the basic ideas of what I was going to do for the clean sound, but it was breaking up really, really bad. So I kind of need to retrack them, and hopefully it'll actually be able to keep up with what I'm doing. But that clean sound, it's all crackling up almost like an old record, but worse. All right, so very, very slow eighth notes in 9/8. For some reason, I decided to do 9/8 this time. But anyway, yeah, just this time I'm working with my LTD H1007 FR. This one's this was one that I wanted to get for a really long time. So this is my other new guitar, even though it's about a year old now, give or take a couple months there. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and actually re-record that part there. And hopefully the computer can actually handle it this time. Oh, it's doing it again. Isn't that great? Pain in the ass. All right, so what I'm going to actually do is solo it. Yeah, there we go. All right, so 3 count then. And it's going to be 2 different clean guitars layered over each other. That's the nice thing about recording as you go. You don't really even have to remember what the hell you did. You just got to get back in there before you get started again and figure out what you did. But let's see, what do we have here? We had, I think... Yep, probably that. So let's see. That wasn't actually plugged in. I'm just playing along to what's already there. But with the click there, I think I'll be able to actually have the guitar able to get recorded without too much of the interference from the computer choking on trying to have enough resources to continue. Yeah, see? There it is again. Hopefully it doesn't actually record that sound and it's just making a whole bunch of noise right now for me in the room for my pleasure. bam, right there, it's going to kick in again, because we don't really get soft just to be soft. We do that to make the heavy parts heavier. So anyway, that seemed to actually be able to track that, which is good, because last time it actually recorded the noises that you were hearing as you go. Thank you. I love minor add 9s, but when it comes to 7 strings, it actually screws up the relationship that I normally would have if I was doing that over like up here. Because right up here, it ends up getting raised. No, actually I like the comments. I just have to remember to look at them once in a while. But thanks for asking, Derek. I like that. When you go back and watch the video, it's probably a little weird unless I actually comment about what I'm commenting about. I should probably get in the habit of doing that. But no, the comments are not distracting. I like them. That shows me that I'm not entirely boring you, I assume. So anyway, so we've got the Clean Guitar 2. Now to go back and kind of, again, figure out what the hell I did last time. I just record as I go so that I don't forget what I was thinking about. Sometimes I don't even really quite have the harmonies really worked out yet. I just kind of have like something like this over something else like this, and that's kind of good enough to call it a day and come back to it. So I've actually been working on this song since I think late April, maybe earlier May, but it's been on the table for a little while. And it's I don't know, I'll get into this part and I'll actually play back what we've got so far. I was actually kind of retracking some of the vocals because those other ones were not keepers, but anyway, still some of these aren't keepers either. Actually, I'm going to probably keep working it out, because to me, I think of the album as the eternal thing. You might botch the job, you know, in a live performance, but you know that the album is your chance to really get the idea perfected so that you can experience it exactly how it was meant to be experienced, or as close as possible. So I like studio art, really, you know, so I try to write in such a way that I'll be able to play it again, because I would love to be able to actually perform this stuff live for people. But probably I think that if it came down to it, if I wasn't able to play it live, I'd still want it to go this way. So, thank you. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I've been watching a few of the a few live videos on Facebook, and actually even Periscope last year, because Facebook rolled this out kind of at the same time Periscope kind of came out, but they only rolled it out to like A-list celebrities. So the rest of us had to kind of sit there and be like, hey, Periscope's giving us, you know, Twitter makes Periscope, like Twitter's giving us a free one. Where's the Facebook one? Why can't we have it? So yeah, I agree though. I think it's great. I like this sort of interactive. Yeah, it's just like you said. It's like interactively watching TV. So let's see what did I record last time? No idea. What the hell? Where am I on that one? No, well, not doing that. Let's see. Something like that. Something like that, right? Hey, Jay. Actually, this is not... oh, this is live. Yeah, sorry, I read you wrong there. I thought you said still live, because I was live earlier and then my phone turned off in the middle of it. Hey, that might actually happen again, too, because I only really charged it to about 30%. But anyway... Man, what the hell was I playing last time? This is the art of figuring out what the hell you played before. Basic idea, but how did I approach it? That's the difficult part. stuff like that. I really want to throw some dissonance into this, you know. I am both. I am actually trying to figure out what I played last time I was writing this song so that I can continue, basically. So, I am both. I am both trying to write a song and learn something by ear. I just have no idea what I wrote last time. So, or I can hear note for note what I did, but what I can't figure out right off the top of my head is exactly where I played each note in order to get them to ring over each other the way I would really like to. And for this part, I kind of want this to be almost like an ambient synth kind of thing as far as the two guitars. So I really want to try to have the guitar parts ring out, all the notes ringing out as much as possible, just for the sake of kind of melodic and ambient dissonance. Kind of, yeah. It's fun though. For me, this is like I'm experimenting, and I get to pretty much keep anything that I do that I like. So this is pretty much my birthday present to myself. So I'm only looking at the good side of it. It could be very frustrating easily though. Yeah, yes, I know it is weird watching it mirrored, and let's see if this does something. You might actually see the wall. Nope. Yeah, there you go. There's a Starbucks cup for you. I can't switch it around. I don't know why they make it mirrored. I get why they make it mirrored on my phone, but you don't need to see it backwards. So, yeah, I don't know why. They should still address that, because there's really no reason to do that. Yes, I think a welding video would be really cool on this. You should totally do that. I hope that I have my eye on my phone when you do. That would be kick-ass. Fire! Oh yeah, I loved watching welding and metalworking videos, though. They're kick-ass. All right, so let's see. What are we doing here? Ah. Seems like I kind of cut in there early on that one. I think I know what's going on. I didn't have this figured out yet, so I don't really need to worry about it too much. Now I think it just clicked. I remember. I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing yet. That was what happened. Cool. See, sometimes you just got to go through it a few times, and that's how it all comes back to you. I want the A flat and the B. The weird thing is too, this is 9/8, and my habits are more based on like 6/8 or something, not 9/8. So the feel of 9/8 at this pace, it's like so slow that really 1, 2, 3 is all I'm feeling. So remembering to count 3 groups of 3 is one of the things. Hello, let's see. Well, in this case, this is my own solo project, but I play in Todesbanden, and I play in my own solo band called Ol Sonuf as well. But thanks for asking. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate it. There. Yeah, see, well, that's weird. Right there. All right. So I can identify where things are holes in the idea, and I can identify now what I want to keep. So there you go. That's what writing to me is, as I said in the other video. Series of listening to shit that pisses me off and taking that part out of there and fixing it, and until I don't hate anything. And that's it. Some stuff I still have released, and I don't think I like it anymore. But as long as I don't hate it, I can live with it. So... yes, it is. This is for the follow-up to Labyrinth of Dreams. I'm going to be doing the lead vocals the same way I did on that album, but this is going to be more doomy. Not stoner doom, but like atmospheric melodic doom. People seem to like Labyrinth of Dreams more. Out of all the music I've released so far, those 5 songs get almost all the airplay and shares. So no one gives a shit about Ol Sanu. That's okay though. That's whatever. I like it. That's the band I wanted when I was 16. I just had to wait until I was 30 something to start actually having it. But whatever. I would have gone ape shit about it if that band came out when I was 16. So it's for me, obviously. So yeah, I agree. See, that it's weird because you work so hard on the music, and then yeah, by the time it's done, you've progressed as a musician, and now you look back at the music you've just created, and you don't even feel like it's an accurate depiction of what you can now do as a musician. So it's I don't know. Just keep moving forward. New music, new music, new music. That's the only cure I can think of for it too. I agree completely though. It's like, now I don't even like that anymore. I got to write something else to distract people from it. That's sort of the role I'm on. So, all right. So I think I had what that was. That's where I want to. Wow, no, Ron, not that. Yeah, something like that. Gotta get the pinky in there just at the right angle on that one. Because again, I gotta remember all this stuff needs to ring out. Oh. Yeah, something like that. Hi, Sandra. I can't say hi to her right now, but she'll see the video. So Sandra says hello, Lori, whenever she gets back, because she's actually out right now. But I will do so. And so, yeah. That's the key thing right there. Really, that's the interval. I really want to make sure that's ringing out. So, since it wasn't entirely planned out, let's dig in there and once again, improvise, harmonize, fix. So, if I don't fuck up, I won't have to fix it. I'll probably fuck up. Yeah, see, with that happening, that crackling, I'm totally going to fuck up. But let's see if just having the click on and recording this completely soloed, this will actually be able to handle it. 20% battery, so a little while still. It's going to fucking die on me again. But anyway, whatever. Maybe. I think I'd like more notes in the end there. Yeah. Yeah, simple bar. That's it. Right there. Thanks. Feel free, by all means, go ahead, invite whoever you want to watch. I can be embarrassed about this later, but I'm just having fun, you know. Thanks, James. Sorry, the text is real small, so I'm squinting. But, it would be really cool to remember that I'm on a 7 string. Yep, that looks like that was the same time I wanted it to happen on the other guitar. So, good. Just felt right, so. Oh no, the sun is not out. This is, I can see how in the camera it would look like that. That's actually just a really horrible, ultra bright white light that sucks ass. And I've actually got this little light from IKEA clipped on here too, and that's what's providing the warm lighting in front of me. So it probably does look a bit like daylight, but no, I'm in DC, and it is it's almost 11 p.m. right now. So yeah, it's just the radiation of DC, and it's Lucifer's light. So now I just played all that soloed. Just to a click. All I know is it's pretty much in time, and that I fucked up once or twice. Really right there it should actually kick in. So, you know, you get in there and play it, it feels right, but you know, I can only hear one line coming after that other vocal line, and it's time to kick the hell in. Again, we're not trying to get soft just for the sake of getting soft. It's to make the heavy shit fucking heavier. So, that, I think, is what's going to have to happen there. Yes, yeah, you're correct. I am totally on the East Coast. Just camera tricks. Not on purpose at all. So let's see here. Yeah, that was a lot cleaner, and it doesn't have the really terrible breaking up from my my processor struggling to keep up. Actually recorded to the recording, so yeah, it's actually not in the track. Actually, I heard a little bit of crackling, but there's a chance I might have to redo some of this. Whatever. If I can keep it, I try to keep it. That is one thing. Like I said, improvise, harmonize, and if needed, fix. But if I don't have to fix it, I'm going to actually keep it. I record everything direct, by the way. I'm using amp modelers. I'm using a lot of stuff from, what the hell is it called all of a sudden? Ignite, that's right. I'm actually using the Emissary amp on this one. I really love those plugins. I just kind of discovered them late last year, and I didn't really even use them until maybe around like February or March. But I'm really liking these Ignite amps plugins. They're pretty impressive, and finally I'm able to get even a passable bass tone, and I don't have to struggle to figure out what the hell to do with the bass, which is why it's always tucked way into the background and you can't really hear it. It's because I don't know what the fuck to do with it, because I haven't been able to get a decent sound until getting these Ignite amps. So I'm really enjoying that. I don't remember what the bass one is called right off the top of my head, but yeah, pretty much going with those amp modeling plugins all the way at this point, because if there's one thing that the Todesbunden recording session taught me, is don't go in thinking that you have the perfect tone, because you have no idea what the hell is going to come in there later, and whether your perfect tone at all is going to be perfect for your mix, or if you're going to need to completely re-record the entire album 4 times, because that's what actually happened there. So I just DI everything now, everything direct in. Sorry, man, it's not on purpose. It's just you know, if you left it up to me, you wouldn't want to hear what the hell the bass was doing. If it, you know, not in my mix. Just push it back there, add a little low end of the guitar. Sorry, of course that's a guitarist thing to do with the bass. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna back this up and give you guys a little bit of a preview. Hope it doesn't suck. Let's see. It might. Oh, yep, that's shorter than the last preview. Now here's a real one. feel honored. When I drum here, it fucking moves the camera around. I gotta remember how to do that. Thank you, Jay. And this is the part I was just recording when I started the video. Right there. All right. So I think that's where it needs to get heavy. And one more vocal line in there. Probably ready. I think it's time for another solo. Maybe. It's definitely time for it to get heavy. So, yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with this. It's another one of those types of things where it sounds like a normal time signature, but it's really 9/8, so the difficulty is all mine. It ends up sounding like normal, but it's actually hard to remember where the fuck I am in the rhythm because it's like 3 measures of 3/4 over and over again, kind of. But yeah, so far that's kind of where we are. I'm actually kind of thinking about that clean guitar part there. I'm probably going to put some Frost Point impulse responses. There's a really cool impulse response library that I just got a couple weeks ago called Frost Point, and instead of using impulse responses in the normal way that people do it to like recreate very specific like sounds of reverb or very specific guitar amp cabinets, these are actually meant with like for sound design purposes, to purposely run some kind of a sound through really weird kinds of impulse responses, like just static noise that fades out. So it still kind of has a reverb tail kind of shape to it and fades out. But I'm thinking for like ambient sounds, it's really cool. Some of them are a crazy long tail. So I probably have to just add a little sprinkle of it in the mix, because otherwise it's just going to like totally take over. But there's some really nice long ones, like 8-second long reverb tails on these really odd things. But I can't remember what look up Frost Point IR if that's something you're interested in, because it's actually a really cool thing. It's like cheap as hell. It's like $12 as well. So it's really, I think it's a good investment, especially if you're into creating atmospheres and just, you know, or want to add a really interesting texture to something, especially into anything ambient sounding. So I'm really trying to go for a sort of ambient guitar sound here. And to me, actually, these are a bit too present for me right now. So I think that I think that's probably the next step with that. Although this clean sound is a lot better than the one I had before. It was just this big, staticky piece of shit. It just sounded like a big turd. It was really bad. But it was like a very melodic turd. But it was worst sounding instrument. So good thing I found my old Digitech RP1, because that actually it's exactly what this sound is pretty much based on. But yeah, not ambient enough, still too clear. Yeah, sorry man, it's weird as hell, I know, and the backwards text is, you know, if I'm an outpatient at Alcatraz and it's backwards, does that mean I'm going back? Because that sucks. So, cool. All right, well, enjoy the video. I hope you have a good time, man. Thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and continue with this, I think, for a little bit more. Feel free to just leave. That's okay. I'm just going to kind of carry on because this is just sort of how I'm entertaining myself as I go. So I hope, if you find it entertaining, that's even better. Good. And I have the clean guitars on a clean guitars bus, so that way I can actually throw in something like the Frostpoint IRs, so that will actually work really nicely. Yeah, off the top of my head, I cannot remember what the name of that company is that makes them. But I'll send you a link, Jay. Or actually, I'll just put it in the comments for this. This is my second time live, so I'm a newbie when it comes to what you can do with this. All right, let's just load it as an insert. Got this other. I'm doing this thing with really trying to do as much as I can with just freeware plugins lately. It's really kind of just takes the pressure off because I don't feel like I need something expensive to do it. I mean, I've got EZdrummer. I'm still using that. I love that one. I kind of don't want to get involved with Superior Drummer just because I don't want to know what I'm missing if all I've got is EZdrummer on something. But I think EZdrummer is actually great for what I'm doing anyway. It's a pretty simplistic thing. I'm sure I could get a lot more control, but I don't think I know what the hell to do with more control over the drums in the mix. As it is, it's like, don't tweak anything, you'll break it. So just trying to keep it. Hey, Jean-Marc, how you doing, man? Recognize that? Sorry, it looks. I know you recognize it, but it looks like something a lot of other people would have seen before. But bam! Using this throughout both of these videos. So I think this plugin, as I was saying, all right, there's what's it called? Reverberate LE. This is actually it's a free impulse response plugin that I found maybe a week or two ago, and I'm using that to load the Frostpoint IRs. And some of these, you can obviously use it for any kind of impulse response, but what I'm really enjoying about these Frostpoint ones is that they're just really out there. There's in like 5 different categories. One's crazy. I'm probably not going to use that one because it really is aptly named. It's fucking crazy sounding, and I'm not really trying to make a crazy sound because it's got a lot of weird atonal shit that it adds in there too. But it's got other categories are formant, so it's going to add a vocal type quality to your sound. Then there's natural, which is, let's see, we got, and they all are labeled by the length too. So they start with 1S, it's 1 second. Some of them they go up to like 13 seconds on some of these, but 8 seconds blurred rain. That sounds interesting. 7 seconds string scrape. 5 seconds draw slide. 5 seconds water floor. They just did some really weird out there shit with these impulse responses, and when you load that in there, it just completely adds this new dimension to the sound, and you get some really weird stuff that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. So best $12 I've spent in a little while. Frostpoint. Cannot. I got this open, so I'm not, since my recording program is open and my computer is choking and just struggling for resources as it is, I'm not going to chance it and open my browser because that will probably be the blue screen I don't feel like seeing right now. I might see it anyway eventually, but yeah, I'm going to just hold off. Let's see, we got a 3-second creaky door. Creaky door 2. I don't even see part 1 in here, but all right, let's try Creaky Door 2, 3 seconds. When you run a clean guitar, or 2 clean guitars, through an impulse response of a creaky door. Let's see what the hell that is. And I'm just going to solo this so we can really see what it is. See, just a little bit is all you need because it just took over. I don't know what the hell's going on. And then that keeps happening too. So let's bring the wet level down a little bit and just see, what do we have? Oh yeah. If not for all that static, there's this sort of I shall, one moment here, that was earlier. And dude, James, anything I'm doing tonight is you're probably gonna be yawning just as much. Unfortunately, I need to lay down the next heavy part. But yeah, you're gonna be bored shitless with what I'm playing tonight. So this is a slow song. But yeah, that creaky door, when my computer isn't choking, actually adds a really nice shimmer. I'm not sure if you can quite pick up that. It's this really high-end shimmer that ends up in there, but it's really kick-ass. So just a little bit goes a long way. I can just leave the dry level pretty much as it is, but just like negative 37 decibels of this, just a little bit here. Yeah, it starts taking over with the bass like insanely. So that's an interesting experiment. And what's really neat about this Frostpoint samples thing too, by the way, is that it's kind of inspiring. If you have like a Zoom H2N or the older Zoom H2 or any kind of handheld recording device, you can just go somewhere, record any sound, come back and tweak it and run sounds through it as an impulse response. So it's a little bit inspiring when it comes to sound design. Like, oh yeah, I could just make any fucking sound and then run my sounds through it as an impulse response and take on some of those things and see what I get. So anything that has an interesting kind of sound texture to it can really turn into something really interesting. Again, this is a 3-second sample of a creaky door, probably fading out. But it's a really, who'd have thunk it, Come the fuck on already with that. Yeah, it's still kind of long as far as the tail, but I could probably dip that out when it comes heavy, and I think that'll fix a lot. So that really, that shimmer is just a big difference. That slight little bit makes. So I've got to wonder if that. All right, it's doing it in a slightly different place each time, so it is really my computer choking and not having had that actually recorded that way. So, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and freeze a couple of these because I think I'm pretty much done with the clean guitars here. I'm going to just go ahead and automate them out halfway into what I actually did here tonight. Yeah, I probably should have done that because I was lazy. I just as I was loading it earlier, I was saying I'm just going to do this as an insert, and inside I'm thinking, that's the stupidest fucking idea. I'm going to have to undo that later, or save a preset and then go load it as a send. And yeah, I know. I'll do that. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and just track shit because I'm just making a big mess as I go. Doesn't need to make sense, damn it. But yeah, just need to clear up a little bit of system resources. And then I can actually track. I don't know what the hell happened in this one. I don't even really like EMGs too much most of the time, but this one's actually kind of coming out heavier in terms of the way the guitar and the bass are coming together. Again, I really doubt that it's quite translating through the audio you're hearing on the video, but it actually seems to be coming through. So it's probably those Ignite amp plugins. But yeah, maybe it's just hitting the limiter just right in this case too. Yep. All right. So then, as with the other song, I'm basically just putting really basic drums. Not quite as lazy as the last one where it was just kick, snare, constantly. But I'm actually just going to copy and paste the beat again later on, right after itself, because it worked for the rest of the song. Of course, that's going to get a little boring eventually, but for now... Right there. Or I'll just fucking leave it there. Holy shit, it just takes 1 second of hearing that. I know. I knew I was running a risk of saying that. I just like DiMarzio's a little more, but you know what? I used to think I loved DiMarzio's, and oh shit, this comes with EMGs, and I've kind of gotten a little out of that attitude now, and I mean, I do like these EMGs. I don't dislike them, but I do like DiMarzio Blaze Custom and Neck specifically for 7-string more than I like these. It's a nice sounding neck pickup, and it's nice and clear too. I mean, the EMGs are good. They're just I can't just max out my volume. I guess it's just me being lazy. But actually, the bare knuckles I got in my PRS have just spoiled me because I'm still getting a little bit used to it. But it's holy shit, man! Those things sound amazing, and I didn't even know what the fuck they were. I just grabbed a PRS. So I was like, hey, wow, PRS 7-string. I haven't played one of them before, and didn't even pay attention to the pickups. Because I had never paid attention to PRS really, to be honest. But this fucking bare knuckle, I think they're Blackhawks. They might be Impulse, but I think they're Blackhawks, just based on what they say they do. But holy shit, I'm spoiled already. Those things. Now I got to go through and put bare knuckles on everything. I see how that ends up working. I see people going ape shit about bare knuckle pickups, but I just accidentally bought a guitar with them already in it, and holy fuck, man, that's pretty impressive. Again, I really love my DiMarzio Blaze neck. I think it might still be my favorite neck pickup in all the world. Maybe I'll find another one. But holy shit, man! I gotta say, bare knuckles they deserve their reputation for being heavy as fuck. Well, everyone can't be. That's right. So, yeah, I think really I was gonna just ixnay the clean part, but actually just copying that beat that I already had in there kind of works. It just needs to pick up a little bit. Right there, heavy. So kicking in a little with the drums one time, and then those two, that's where I'm going to kick in. Need to make these small decisions first because, as I said, I'm always struggling for resources. Alright, well that'll do. Let's go ahead with the heavy guitars. The moment you've all been waiting for. Right there. Oh, I love that when you forget to press record. I fucking love it. So, oh well, I guess that's not how the song's gonna go, is it? Oh well. Yep, alright, that'll be the one that I attempt to record on. So that's where I'll meander about that far, and I'll just kind of layer as I go. That's how I come up with a lot of the more doomy type stuff. So I do want to, as I hear this come together, I think I'd much rather have it kind of fade out of the clean part and just kind of gradually build up, even though the drums have sort of brought it up a little bit as it is. Or not that, whatever. It's easy to get carried away. I could have sworn I went into A flat minor from there, but maybe I did not. There was some stuff maybe worth keeping in there, but whatever. Something like that, I suppose. Just enough crackling where I almost can't fucking tell. Let's see what we can do here. Is there anything else that can get turned off right now? Yeah, all of that. I like it up to there, so maybe I'll keep that part. And the thing is, this should probably kind of be on like the lead guitar channel, really, when I think about it. Yeah, I think right there, actually. I think that'll go a little more interesting right at that point. Oh yeah, E flat, right? At some point. Yeah, definitely Lydian at some points. This whole thing is kind of back and forth between Aeolian and Lydian anyway. Good ear, though. That's where it kind of went bad. So it was something like that. Got to make it a little bit unexpected. A little bit of catchy, a little bit unexpected. Yeah, there it is. Right, all right. So yeah, right there is when it'll go into dual guitar mode for a little while. Oh, I'm making this up as I go right now, so I don't have any backing tracks just yet, because this is I'm just kind of writing my solo album as I go at the moment. But thanks for asking. That's definitely in the plans. So once this is done, I will be making a tab for it though. So if you haven't already, keep an eye on my Jason Aaron Wood Music Facebook page, because I will definitely be posting it there when it comes out. Anything to do with my albums or how to play them, that's always going to be posted there first. So I would love to provide that for you at some point. So. Right there. So yeah, sometimes that's just where you got to cut it off. I said it in the other video, but in case you didn't watch that one yet, I'm not really worried about being able to play this just yet. I got time to figure that out. Well, thanks, man. I think right about there. Yeah, that note. That fucking note. No, not that. That should work. So. Now it's not what I did. Whatever. Something like that. Some of that might have been able to be kept. Who knows? Or maybe not. Not if you don't fucking record it. Oh well. So I guess you get to see a rare version that isn't gonna ever be on the album, because I have no idea what the fuck I just played. not as cool. Maybe not. E flat minor and a little bit of E flat harmonic minor. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of those, Diana. I just keep doing it until I get one I like and would want to hear again. And yeah, that wouldn't be one of those. Maybe. Didn't totally suck. On YouTube, actually, I only have one YouTube, and that's Shred Mentor. That's my, I'll put the link in there for that as well. But yeah, it's youtube.com/Shred Mentor. And, oh, I'm sorry. Are you asking what I'm tuned to? In case you are, I'm tuned to just B standard on the 7 string. So that's the tricky part. I always love to play like half steps over from the open strings to keep me on my toes. So let's see. Time to resize that so it kind of comes naturally out of that last. Think about that part. Alright, kind of lost my place there, but I think overall, except for that little part that's going to certainly piss me off a whole bunch of times when I hear it, I just need to rethink how I'm going to do that. It's a thing I do so much. Here, I'll give it to you. Here's a little free guitar lesson that I do here. I love doing stuff. You mentioned Lydian. This is usually where I like to start it, although it depends on where I am in the scale and where I need to land. But that's something I like to do probably a little bit too much, but I'll just do that everywhere. So yeah, throw a little sweep in there every once in a while, but yeah, just and then do it, steadily. Thank you. So that's probably why I overdo it though, because you can like cram it in anywhere, So let's see, I was somewhere. This is the hard part, trying to figure out exactly where you're going to throw it in. Huh. 1, 2, 3. All right. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's counting it out that way. That's. I need to get up there, so that's 12. That's another one. I think that's going to work, because that should actually land me on the same note that I had before. So right about there. Yep, that's where it needs to fit. All right, so something like that. Or you can play it correctly.